Hi there, Kim Coles here, and I've got a few things to talk to you about. How are you doing? Whether you're watching me live right now or watching the replay a little bit later, I am so grateful that you are here, and I'm fitting to talk to you about a couple of things. So, please forgive me. I'm going to be reading some notes in the background because I took notes because that's how important what I want to talk to you about. I just didn't want to miss a thing. So I will come back and check the comments as you all are coming in. I'm usually not here in the middle of the day. Uh, Middle of the day for me. I'm in Los Angeles. It's almost 2 o'clock. I usually come in the evening, but I thought let me come in during the day and check on my people. So I want to talk to you about your business and about your brand. And like I said, I wrote some notes for you, so I want to share this with you. I will come back and look at comments too. So, how would you like to, or what would it be like for you, for those of you who are entrepreneurs? I even like to say entrepreneurs or wantrepreneurs, meaning people who are ready to step out with their own ideas and their own way of serving others. Uh, a common description to me of entrepreneurs are people who have solutions. So if you've got some solutions for people and if you want to serve the world in that way, then this is for you. If you are a speaker, someone who uses their ideas and their thought leadership to inform, inspire, move, touch, transform others, then this is going to be for you. If you are a coach and you do the same, you inspire, you teach, you share, you usher in transformation, or you lead people to solutions and transformation with what you teach, what you share, what you've created. As a coach, you lead people to resources and solutions. Let's see, if you're an entrepreneur, speaker, coach, author, same. If you are, you've put your thought leadership out into the world, your authorship out into the world, and you want to magnify your business and your brand even more. If you're a visionary leader, if you're a professional, if you're an expert or a subject matter expert, there's so many of you here who are experts in your life, experts in what you do, experts in what you have learned. You've gained mastery, and now it's time to share that mastery with others. Well, I'll say to you, first of all, that now more than ever, this is the time to share your mastery. This is the time to share your gifts, your talents, your abilities with others. We need you. What if the world was waiting for you to share your unique value, vision, and mission, your unique way of solving something, creating a solution, or leading people to really valuable resources? I'm just saying, what if? And I really want you to be thinking about how you can do that now more than ever. And I see people coming in. Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon. Try not to look at the comments. I got notes for you now. um, I'm really an advocate for all of us taking the mastery that we already have and then taking the mastery to the people. And in case you didn't know, yes, I'm an actress and a comedian and a supermodel, I like to say. But it's when I pivoted my my business, or moved and began to look at my own gifts and talents and abilities in a fresh new way, that I was able to build a whole new platform for myself. And so my platform, other than being an actress and a comedian, includes being an author, includes being a speaker, includes being a coach. So I've taken my mastery, and I say that with all humility and no humility at all, because I've got 38 years of being in show business, and all the things that I learned being an actress and a comedian, that I took those skills and transferred them over into other ways that I could work with people. So rather than sitting around waiting for a studio to call and say, you're the girl we want for the job, I created opportunities for myself just by being myself. And I want you all to know here, and drop in the comments if you want to share with me what your particular gifts and talents and abilities are. What are your gifts and talents and abilities? And you know I'm using StreamYard, so you'll have to tell StreamYard who you are so I can see your name. Tell me what your gifts and abilities and talents are, what you feel that you have mastery in, and I'll tell you that you can build a business. You can pivot those those gifts and talents and abilities and pivot them in a way that they can serve the world in a fresh new way. So as I was saying, yes, I'm still an actress and a comedian, over here, but I took those abilities and transferred them into being an author, into being a speaker, into being a coach. And I got to tell you, I love doing that because there's no impediment, there's no guard gate, there's nothing stopping me from coming and talking directly to you. I don't have to wait for a studio head to hire me. I don't have to wait for a casting director to call me so I can go audition for something. And then I get the job, and then the marketing department puts the show together, PR department promotes the show. No, I can come live right here, share with you my inspiration, as I like to call my Kimspirations, and remind you that you have greatness inside of you, greatness and gifts inside of you that are already masterful because it's your life and you've lived. And now you can teach, inspire, move, educate, and entertain others. So I want to look at some of your comments and read. So I see that Lisa Smith is a master storyteller. So am I. That is my jam. Story is my jam. The foundation of all that I do is story. So that's me too. In fact, I call myself a captivating storyteller and a story alchemist. I love taking story, listening to stories, and being able to move the story in a direction that moves the audience in a particular direction. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about how you can do it, Lafayette. Just tell me what your gifts and talents and skills are. I'll see a few comments here. I see an engineer and a college professor. I see you. I see the esthetician, but you love to write stories. I love that. I love it. We need more creativity out in the world. We need more. My engineer, we need more structure, and my writer, we need more creativity. Very, very good. Coding audits. Oh my, that's you are real smart. Head of operations. I love the head of operation in coding audits. I love it. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. Building relationships. So Devon knows how to build relationships. Do you know how valuable that is in a world where we're all on our phones and we're all in our own little world? We're all like this. And you know how to build and nurture relationships. So you set out your shingle, you hang out your shingle as somebody who knows how to build relationships, and people will hire you. They will consult with you. They will request you to teach them how to do that too. Okay. And that goes for everyone here. Everyone here, when you listen, having a stable job is a good thing to have, especially if you've got insurance and benefits. The work that I do, there's insurance. If I've booked if I've booked enough TV shows and built up enough, credits to be able to have insurance, then yes. But there's no stability, and I've used that energy to create stability for myself in other ways that I just can come directly to the people and talk and share. So we have a gospel preacher, we have a nonprofit founder, and just finished writing your first youth musical. All right, I love it. And I love that you have screenwriter in your name, so we know exactly who you are. A small business bookkeeper. I bow to you because that is the thing that I cannot do. You have gifts and talents and abilities that other people need and can use and find valuable, and you make the world go round. Really make the world go round. All right. So I see we have a life coach, a clarity coach, wellness coach. You doing all the coaching. I love it. Author in the making. I believe you. Latanya Fleming, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, organizes events. We need you in the world. I can't do that. I show up. And where's the stage? That's all I need to know. I can't organize it, but we need you to do that. We need you to do that. We have Valerie, who is a therapist of mental health and substance abuse. Thank you for your gift to the world. Thank you for your gift to the world. You are saving lives. Each of us are saving lives in our own way. And I'll say this, and before I read the notes that I so carefully wrote for you, I haven't even looked at the notes yet. I really mean this when I say that your gifts and talents and abilities are there for you to make a way for others. Those of you know me know I say all the time that A, everything that has happened to you has happened for you. And B, my favorite Zig Ziglar quote is, you can have everything you want if you just help enough people get what they want. So I like to reverse that sometimes to really bring it on home. Help other people get what they want. Their books all aligned. The head of the coding department, whatever it is that you do, you help in your department keep engineer and you keeping it together. Whatever the code people do, the person who helps, writes youth musicals. You're helping these young people have an opportunity to share their creativity with the world. Who else? The therapist. Hello, you're saving lives 100%, right? Each of you in your own way is meant to use what you got to help others get what they need. You're the you're the missing piece. You are the missing piece. You are the you get to stand in the gap between what other people need and want and desire and need in order to live their lives better, in order to step into their greatness. You have it all that person needs. I call those people my soulmate clients. My job is to provide solutions. As an entrepreneur, I provide solutions to those people who need my gifts, talents, and abilities. And that's you too. You get to stand in the gap. You get to be the solution. You get to be the puzzle piece fixer. I don't like puzzles. I don't have the patience for puzzles. But I remember the feeling of finding these two pieces that fit together like, oh my goodness, this piece fits with this piece, and now my puzzle can be complete. Unless you get one of those really big puzzle. I love people who love puzzles. I can't. I cannot. You get to be the puzzle piece that fits between where they want to go and what they want and your gifts and talents and abilities. And some of you know my beloved Dr. E.J. Johnson um, is the one who taught me this phrase that you get to be the answered prayer. You get to be the answered prayer. There's something that someone needs that only you have the answer to, and they're praying and looking for you. So you must get your gifts and talents and abilities out into the world. Okay. All right. So let me just go to my notes. I've made this whole speech. I go on a rant because I get, filled in my heart with, with, with really being a stand for you, stepping into your greatness in that way. And so many people are they go looking for purpose or trying to find their passion, and it's really, really simple. What lights you up, and what can you show others that you've learned about lighting yourself up in that way? And you will stand as an example. You will stand as a beacon. Young people are watching, other people are watching. You never know. I heard today, we got a call from somebody who might be interested in booking me for something. And they paid the most wonderful compliment. I showed up at this event, I spoke, and this is years ago. And I was told that they said that I was well received. Isn't that nice? Kim Coles went and spoke on stage, and she was so well received. Then I've done my job. I've done my job. And you're here to do that job too. So let me talk to you about this. It's about, from my perspective, about knowing how you're seen so that you can be seen at your best. It's about discovering what you're already doing right so that you can do more of it. And let me just speak to that for just a moment. There's so much conversation about, and I think it's important to improve yourself. It's important to learn new ways of doing this, to grow, to step more into mastery. But I have a way that I work with my clients where we start with what you're already doing right. What you're already doing right. Like we don't even focus on what's missing in your business. What's going wrong? What are you not doing? What you're not doing is not important right now. Let's focus on and shine a light on what you're already doing right. And then what you do is you do more of that. And then the other piece of it is you hire out the pieces you can't do. For example, my bookkeeper here, that's not something I could or should ever do. So what I need to do is show up in my zone of genius, show up and do what I do, what I think I do right, and what I may get well received. That was my testimonial today. She was well received. Great. Let me do more of that. And then I can hire out the areas in which I don't have strengths or that are not my zones of genius. I want this for you. I want you to discover what you're already doing right, and then you dial that up. I want you to think about how you can become more impressive with your first impressions. Oh, first impressions count, so they say. What if you could be even more impressive with your first impressions? What I'm going to talk to you about today is about finding out how you're most likely to influence anyone. By the way, you want the secret code. The way you're most likely to influence anyone is just by being you. By being, I think Dr. Seuss is who said, be the youiest you. There's some magic that happens when you are just showing up as yourself and you're not trying to be something else, because people can feel that when you're pretending in some way, right? Um, this is also about stepping into your confidence, being able to communicate with confidence. And when I work with my clients, I help them to understand the precise words to describe themselves and their business. And you can do it to anyone in any room on any platform. So I titled this Why It's Important to Define, Refine, and Align Your Value, Your Vision, and Your Mission in order to captivate, compel, and connect with your soulmate client. And let me just stop for just a moment and explain that I consider the term soulmate client. You may have all heard before the term your ideal customer, your target audience, something like your right fit client. I refer to my clients as my soulmate client. In other words, we're meant to be together. We're meant to work together. So you got to define, refine, and align your value, your vision, and your mission in order to captivate, compel, and connect with your soulmate client. And the reason why this is important is because this creates for you really direction and clarity, really, full on direction and clarity. So when you have a well-defined value, vision, and mission, you provide a clear roadmap for your business and a guiding, I would say, decision-making abilities. When you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, and you know what decisions you need to make in order to stay on that path. And that's really valuable because it helps you stay focused on your long-term goals. And this is, again, for my entrepreneurs, my business owners, my speakers, my coaches, my authors, my visionary leaders, my experts. This is for you. The more you define your value, you can communicate your value, communicate your vision and your mission to the people who would hire you to work with them. It creates a clear roadmap. It helps you make better decisions because you're able to stay on task and on your goals, and helps you make really great strategic choices, all aligned with your objectives. So the first step was clarity and direction. The next point here, why it's important to define, refine, and align. Yes, that was good. You like that? Define, refine, and align. I think I'm so clever. It's all about differentiation. What sets you apart? What makes you different? There's a lot of people all doing the same thing. I'm a coach. What makes you different? What makes you special? What makes you unique? Uh, how do you help people in a way that no one else can? What do you bring to the table that no one else can? There's a lot of noise out there, and so it is essential to stand out from the crowd. A strong value position, A compelling vision and a clear mission will set your business and your brand apart, and it will help you to highlight your unique offerings that make your brand memorable and make you really attractive to your soulmate client, your target audience, the people you're here to change their lives. Remember, you can have everything that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So, setting up how you are different, what your differentiation is vital, especially now. There's a lot of noise, especially now. You get to make all the noise in your own way and in your own voice and your own tone. And the third thing I wanted to share with you is a way to help you to define, refine, and align your value, vision, and mission. What this does when you do this is that it creates authenticity and trust. Remember, I just said that it's so important to be the youiest you. You just show up as you, and what if that's enough? Now we language it in a way that your soulmate client can uniquely hear you, but your authenticity is really key. And defining your values, your vision, your mission allows you to communicate with sincerity, authenticity, with just, with just the youiest you. And it helps you to gain trust in your audience, or trust with your audience, I should say. Your soulmate clients are more likely to engage with you, support you, work with you, lean in to play with you when you are fully aligned with your values and you share with them how, well, I should say you're so aligned with your own values that they see how you are aligned with their own, right? We all hear about, there's a lot of folks out here doing lots of different things. And so let's say you want to hire someone and you begin researching them and you begin researching other companies that are like them. You're more likely to work with the company that aligns with your own values. And so there are great people out there doing great things, but you may not resonate to work with them if their values don't align with yours. And so it's so important for you to communicate what your values are so your people go, ooh, I want to work with you. Ooh, I like what she's talking about. Ooh, I like what he's talking about. Yes, they got it together. I'm going to go sign up for ... whatever it is you offer. So it's very important to communicate that so that people can trust, feel your authenticity and go, you're the right person to work with me. By the way, it also works the opposite way. You will repel those who are not your soulmate clients because you're being so authentic. You're sharing who you are. You also, there are people who go, I don't really resonate with that. That's not really my kind of coach. That's really not my kind of person. Or do you know what I'm saying? The more you are, the more powerfully you show up as your authentic self, the more people can self-select to come and play with you, or self-select out of your realm. And you don't want those people in your realm, do you? No, you do not. So in order to stand out, in order to grow and stand out, you want to have more clarity and more innovative ways to articulate who you are, what you do, and why you do it. You want to have more confirmation on the ideal way that you authentically communicate. You want to be more confident when connecting with your clients, your customers, your audience. You want to have more customization of your personal brand. Look, there's a lot of people that look the same. You go on their Instagram and their Facebook and their LinkedIn and all the places that we go, and you go like, oh my goodness, if I see that same font again, I don't know how to pick. If I see those same colors, I don't know how, I don't know what's different. You got to articulate your difference in all the ways. And it requires customization from my perspective. And the bottom line for all this too is to become more congruent with the prosperity that's meant for you, the prosperity that's available to you right now. So the way I love to work with my clients, I have a program that I call the Captivating Coaching Method. The Captivating Coaching Method. And it's a one-on-one coaching program that's specifically designed to help you communicate your unique difference with authenticity. You'll be able to differentiate yourself from your competition by communicating your unique value. You get clear on what makes you valuable to others and learn how to activate your advantages so that you can leverage how you already show up in the world. And let me just speak to you a little bit about your advantages. There's an assessment that I give my clients called the fascination test, and it literally assesses what your advantages are. Remember a minute ago, I was talking about the way that you show up in the world just as yourself, the youiest you. There's a way that you already show up that people receive you, and you just dial that up, and you will be unstoppable. You will be memorable. You will be there is no competition when you do that. There is no competition when you show up in that way, when you show up using your advantages, or I should say, leveraging your own advantages. And so that we sort of kick out the things that aren't working for you and dial up the things that are. And it just makes you stand out and show up in the world even more. The other thing I do when I work with my clients is we craft what's called a brand anthem, which is kind of like a tagline. And it helps really communicate who you are in the fewest amount of words. It's like taking your elevator pitch and your what I do statement and taking it out to the trash dumpster. It's really about creating this statement that then informs your messaging, your marketing, and helps set you up to win in your marketing efforts. So it's like this tagline that has your soulmate client lean in and saying, well, how you do that? Where do I need to sign up to work with you to do that? And it's really the elevated version of an elevator pitch or the what I do statement. You won't need that anymore when you have this compelling way that makes people go, oh, where do I sign on the dotted line? So I've put a link somewhere. I'll activate the link in a second on all the social media places I am right now, because I'm live everywhere. I just want to go live and share this with everyone, as a way of sharing with you that you can and should stand. Well, number one, you should activate your gifts, talents, and abilities. You must activate your gifts, talents, and abilities for you and your own creativity and your own life. And when you do that, you then show the way for others. And you can create a stronger business brand way of serving others when you dial everything up in this way, in what I call a captivating way, captivating and compelling and attracting the people who want to work with you, or the people who want to consult with you, or the people who really want to follow you. It's not even about likes and shares and follows. It's about the true meaning of influence and the true meaning of impact. And so if you'd like to know more, I would love to work with you all. I'll stay and answer a few questions, but it's about creating a captivating brand that resonates with the right audience, with your soulmate, your right fit clients. And this all helps set you apart from the competition, which is a problem. It's a problem, but it doesn't have to be a problem, because all you have to do is be the best version of you, and then have this format, this program that I take you through. And we do it in 2 sessions. That's the other thing too. We get it dialed in very quickly so that then you have a roadmap for where to go next. And I think a lot of us are posting and putting and sending emails, those of us who are in business, and just like, please work with me, please hire me, please buy my thing. And when you get more focused and you have a roadmap for your marketing efforts, then you break down all the barriers and build an even stronger business and brand, and make the difference you came here to create, or create the difference you came here to make, or create and make the difference and make an even bigger difference and a bigger impact, right? I'm going to make this little thing scroll here. Hold, please. Hold, please. I'm so glad I came live and said I was going to record this video and put it out in the world. It's like there's nothing better than actually talking to the people. So let me check some of your comments here. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Oh, there's a lot of folks here. Yeah. Oh, yay. Here we go. You love to write stories. Is it Deidre or Dedra? That's great. Yeah, redefine. We have dimensions like our own circle and shapes. Yeah, you can redefine. You get to, we we've been placed here by the creator, and creativity was placed in us. So that means you get to decide how you want to design and refine your gifts and talents, and take them and mold them so they can be used in a really powerful way. um, that's the key to just making a difference in the world, making the difference you came here to make. I'm sending you love, Suzanne. Sorry to hear about your father. My condolences to you and to your family. Yay. Hello, Karen Mingo. Hey, lady. Might be some good information for you. Oh, thank you. So I think people are sharing this. Thank you for sharing. If this was helpful, please do share. I made this available on all the platforms because I'm hoping that people can share with others. You like that, Denise? Yeah, your soulmate client. Doesn't that sound? So there's target audience, there's your ideal customer avatar, and then there is your soulmate client. Doesn't that sound nice? Your ideal customer avatar. What they eat, what they read, where they go, where they live, what they do, how much money they have. That's real nice. And then there's your soulmate client. That's the person who's looking for their soulmate coach, their soulmate speaker to speak at their next event, their soulmate author because they want to read a book that's going to inspire them, their soulmate bookkeeper, their soulmate story coach. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you like. What else? Good afternoon. Hey, Coach Kesa. I see you. Hello. Oh, thank you, Celeste. Thank you. Thank you. Keep talking. I'm dropping jewels. Thank you. Oh, you are Aleda Castillo. Castillo. Yeah. Um, thank you. Oh, Lennox Road. That's where I was. I spent from age 11 to age 22. Lennox Road. The house I grew up in is not even there anymore. And Brooklyn is so different. It's so fancy now. It's so fancy. Um, good, good, good. I see black crime, black law dictionary. Oh, I'm so glad, John, that I made you laugh during that time. It's one of my gifts. Um, great. Somebody's here on LinkedIn says that they're Aleda Castillo. Your gift is connecting the dots and in complicating scenarios. Help people to put their dreams to the test. Nice. Specifically, especially helping the diaspora build a dream life in the motherland of Ghana. Oh, listen, let me tell you something about Ghana. I've never been. We're talking about connecting the dots. I took that test, the African ancestry DNA test. Anyone here, if you're interested, just I think is africanancestry.com. They're doing such amazing things. And so, there's a lot of DNA tests, a lot of tests to learn more about your DNA, your history, your ancestry.com, all that. Is it africanancestry.com? I can't remember now. Sorry, forgive me. And Gina, I can't remember her last name. Anyway, so there's a lot of tests, but not all of them have the data specifically from Africa. So you'll take a test and go like, oh, you're one part, 4 parts African, a little bit Irish, a little bit Scottish, whatever that is. But they have African ancestry. I think that's it. African ancestry has collected the data specifically from the motherland. So you get like direct links. And so many, many years ago, I had the honor of taking the test, and I found out that on my father's side, I am from Ghana. And what I love about the test is they get down to even the tribe that you were from, and the language you probably spoke, and all the things. And I don't want to embarrass myself by saying I remember, I forgot what tribe, but I think my language would have been, I'm going to mispronounce it. Is it Twi? 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 I don't know. Somebody who's from Ghana told me, he said, oh my goodness, you're totally from that tribe. And I won't say, that's all I'll say. He told me that we would have lived on the coast. We lived on the coast, and we were fishermen and traders, and we spoke several languages because we had to, because we would trade with people who came in. So I don't know if I got that right, but I love that. I love that. So thank you for connecting the dots. Yeah, Twee. Yes, so that's me. I got that right. Thank you, I need to go back through my records and get more information on that. He also told me, and I don't mean this in any offense at all. He is a Ghanaian, so he's telling me, he says, I could see how you would be that. He says they're a little bougie. I said, what do you mean they're bougie? And he said because they lived on the coast, and because they had access to trade and learning other languages. He says that tribe thinks that they're like kind of bougie. They're like better than others. Like, oh, look at us, we know how to trade. Oh no, oh look, huh? Oh, okay. All right, so I have to jump off because my office mate, also known as EJ Johnson, has a call. So I need to drop off now. Forgive me for jumping off. Everybody, obrigado. I see you, Janad. I'm going to jump off now, but thank you all so much for jumping on here, and go to the link and learn more information. I'll come back a little bit later on. All right, you guys, take care. Bye for now.